Hey, what's up? This is Kayne Frost, and today's discussion is going to be letting her go. Alright, so this is mainly if you're just dealing with some girl, like you're talking to her and you might have gone out with a day with her, maybe 2 dates. Maybe you're just talking to her, just trying to see where things are at. Maybe you're vetting her and all that other stuff. But the main thing is, things aren't going the way you want them to go, and now you're starting to feel like you're starting to chase more than pursuing. That's basically now you're over pursuing. When you initially start, every guy is going to, when he is trying to get in contact with a girl, it's going to be his job to do the pursuing at first, right? He's doing the initiation. He's going up, he's getting the girl's information. Well, actually, he's introducing himself to her. He's getting her information, or she's getting his. He's asking her when she's available, and then they make stuff happen, or he just gets her information and they're going back and forth when they're trying to get together. Or maybe you've seen her on a date, and then now you want to see her for another time. You haven't slept together. You guys haven't slept together, but this is always going back and forth and stuff like that. Now you got to understand that even though, if you ask the question of, are you seeing anybody else, which you really should never ask, but if you do ask that, just know that whatever she says is going to be a lie. Most women are going to be, if not dating other guys, they're going to be having other guys that they're talking to, right? So they're going to have options. And right now, let's say she has 3 guys and you're the 4th guy, and maybe she has gone out with you on one day. And you're kind of, maybe you're number 2 or something like that. Maybe the number 1 guy she wants to go out with. Maybe he has a girlfriend and she's kind of wanting to really hook up with him, but she doesn't want to get involved with you because then he might break up with that girl, and then she's going to be breaking up with you to go out with him, and all this stuff. There's a lot of things that could be going on that you don't know about. And like I said, if you try to ask about it, then most times you're not going to get the right answer. So you shouldn't even ask about it. Just assume that she has options. And if you assume that, know that, look back at yourself and what should you be doing, right? You should be having options as well. You should be, checking her out to see, where she's going to be fitting in on the girls that you're talking to. Right? Because if you don't have no options, like I have in the other video that I put up that says having options is key. If you don't have no options, then you're gonna come off as more thirsty. The pursuing, the first part, now that's gonna be coming into chasing, and then now you're gonna be, the more she's gonna be blowing you off, the more you're gonna be thinking that you need to be more present in her life. So you can be noticed over the other guys. There's gonna be a lot of things going on. You're gonna be over texting. Maybe if you have her on social media, maybe you're gonna be kind of stalking her or something like that. There's gonna be a lot of things that you're gonna be doing that's not in your normal behavior. You gotta imagine, even if you don't have a lot of options, it's called the abundance mindset. So let's say you don't have options, but let's just say you had 20 girls that are trying to go out with you, right? And they're all, let's say 15 of them are drop dead gorgeous, or 10, they're 10s, and 5 of them are 8s and 9s, but they're all hot. They're all trying to get your attention, right? And now you got to manage your way of who you're going to be, because they're so hot. Who you're going to be taking out and all that other stuff. Where you're going to be going, and it's just, you're going to be more like, I don't know. Because a lot of girls are gonna be like, hey, take me here, or I can take. They're gonna be fighting over your, for your direction. So they're gonna be trying to get you to come out with them, and a lot of girls are gonna be trying to say, hey, let me take you over here, or have you ever seen this place and that place? It's what a guy would do if he's thirsty for a girl. He's trying to get her attention, right? And he's going overboard and all that stuff. And so, but if you have that in your mind, like you have all these girls in your mind going out with, and now you're talking to this one girl, right? Let's go back to the original statement here, that she has other options. Maybe she's kind of like falling off and all that other stuff. What do you, if you had all these options, all these bomb girls coming after you, where do you see her? Now let's say she's the 7 out of the 8s and the 10s. She's the 7. Are you still going to be giving her that much attention? I'm just saying, if you don't have options, when you have the abundance mindset, you have options, then you got to look at it that way. Because if you don't, then you're going to be, like I said, you're going to be over pursuing, and you're going to be chasing the girl now. And so this is what happens. All right, this is the part that you got up to, and so the whole video is about letting her go. So let's say you did all that, and now you starting to realize that you're over pursuing, and you're chasing, and now you're trying to get out of that. The way you get out of it is you just let her go. That's it. That's all you got to do, is just let her go and let her be, let her do whatever she wants to do, because you can't control a person. You can't tell a person what to do. They're free to do whatever they want, and if they want to go see another guy, let them. You should be doing so well in life that you're looking at it as if what girl wouldn't want to be getting to know you. Now, if you see your life as it's not that great, then you need to improve it, because it's not gonna, you can't fake it that your life's just great, and then you have girls coming around you, and then it's not great. Now you're gonna be doubting yourself a lot more when you go out with women, because you're gonna feel like you're a phony or a fraud. But you should have a good life, and whatever girl that comes in your situation, she should be knowing, like, wow, this guy's pretty interesting. He has a lot of things going on for himself. Even if it's, we've all worked at regular small jobs. You didn't get that much money. But even when I was in, I've had those kind of jobs. When I was in those situations, I still had other hobbies that was more interesting in my life than that low-paying job. I would be playing in a band. I'd be playing guitar. I would know how to draw. I would know how to do computer stuff. I knew how to do CAD, do illustration. Just always had something going on where my mind was always occupied and doing other things when I wasn't dating somebody. So if I was talking to a girl and she came over my house, I always had a lot of interesting things to talk about. So it was always something that I felt that I always had interesting in my life. And if you don't have that, then that's when you need to pick up hobbies and stuff. Anything. Some girls even like guys that play games. It's rare, maybe because they would have to be gamers themselves. But a lot of girls don't like that, because they always, find it that these guys are always just in tune with their games. But I'm just saying that you can find a lot of good hobbies, that are, just something to talk about, and the girls were really interested in what you're doing and stuff, But yeah, you don't want to fake it of your life, your certain lifestyle that you have when these girls come around. But you should have this really, really awesome life that you're living. You don't have to be a lot of money and all that stuff, because if you do that, where you think you got to have all this money to have this dope lifestyle, then she's going to look at you like for your money, what you can provide for her, not the real you of what you have to offer as a human being. All these possessions that we get, we're not taking these with us, right? So it's the person and their vision and the things that they're really excited about doing all the time. That's what makes you interesting. That's, like I said, you don't have to have all this money, a Ferrari and Porsches and Lamborghinis and Corvettes. You don't have to have all that for the girl like you. Yeah, that's a little more intriguing, but you don't have to have that. I've seen some of the most beautiful girls with the regularest guys, just an average guys. And I've seen hot girls with rich guys, but those hot girls usually bounce for other more richer guys and less attractive too, So the whole thing, like I said, is you just got to let her go, right? So if you find yourself in those situations, right, you're over pursuing, you're chasing, you got to know, like, you know what, if she has another guy that she's talking to, or there's other guys that are above me, you know, if she's talking to 4 guys and I'm number 3, just let her go. Let her do her own thing, man. Don't worry. There's so many women out here, and I know you hear that from a lot of people, but there's so many on so many dating apps, you know, out in person, out at the store, at the bar. I mean, they're everywhere. That one person is not the end all be all. Even though she's really cool, there's a lot of cool people out here. You know, there's even some girls that are probably a 6, but their personality and all that stuff, there's so much on your level. You could just kick it with this girl all day long and like not even have a dull moment. And right there, she would be like a 9 because of just her attitude. She could always make you laugh and always honest and just everything. So you just never know. You know, don't ever put looks in that situation. But, you know, you got to let her go. Let her do her own thing, you know. And if the guy, you know, whatever doesn't work out, then cool. If she comes back, she comes back. And then you can reassess the situation. Don't ever get mad that she comes back. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just showing you're letting your emotions get the best of you. And, like I said, if you're dating all these other hot chicks and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? It's just not good. You got to train your mind like that, you know, that's not going to, if she comes back, cool, man. You know, listen, if you're single and she's hitting you back up and you guys kind of have a little connection, you know, it's up to you to decide if you want to hang out with her, if you guys were cool or whatever. But don't get all like, you know, up, you know, kind of like throw it in her face. And, you know, even if you are talking to somebody else, like, don't get all mad and start calling her out like, you know, what happened to your last guy, didn't work out, or whatever it is. Just don't confront her about it. You know, if like I said, if you're single still and you're still dating, it's your option if you want to continue hanging out with her or see her again. If you're dating somebody, you don't have to throw her under the bus. Maybe the chick that you're dating, maybe she might bounce and find some other dude, and then, you know, that other girl, you can holler back at her and be like, hey, what's up? You know, and then you guys hit it off again, you know. So always leave that door open all the time. But, you know, the main point of this whole video is don't go chasing after her. It's just if anything, it's gonna mess things up for you later down the road if you ever did want to start something up again. You know, it can be bad. You know, you can chase her out of your life pretty much, where, you know, she'll block your number, block you on social media and all that stuff. She don't want nothing to do with you because you got way too much into your head, and you started, you know, putting all these fantasies up in your head, you know, you know, you guys are gonna live together and get married, and you're gonna introduce them to your, you know, the family and all that stuff. So take it slow all the time. And if she happens, it's always at the beginning stages. If she happens to bounce, then she bounces. You know, you can't control that. Let her do what she needs to do, and if she's gonna come back, she comes back. A lot of these guys, man, that these girls run off to and stuff, they don't really, you know, they're not here and they're not learning this stuff. So when they don't learn that stuff, they usually fuck it up, and then the girl comes back. You know, bottom line, well, not the bottom line, but one of the things that you want to do when she does come back, you know, like I said, be doing you, you know, and always be, you know, like I said, if you're not already talking to other women, try to have that abundance mindset that you are. And imagine that, let's say, you know, you got, in the next 30 days, you got 3 girls that are 10s that are going to be going out with you. So what do you want to prepare for those girls going out with you in the next month, or 20 girls in the next 2 months, in 60 days? What are you going to do in that time when that time comes, 60 days? I know you're not just going to sit at home and play video games all day long. What are you going to do? To me, I would be going to the gym, working out, you know, reading up on something. You know, if it's not reading, doing an Audible. When I do, I love to go walking, and I love to put the earbuds in and listen to Audibles and do self-help. You know, listen to that kind of stuff when I'm walking. How to make money. You know, how to, you know, be prospering in life and more. You know, all that stuff. Do that stuff, and get your body right and lose some weight and all that stuff. Everybody can always lose weight. I don't know where you are, but just about everybody can lose weight. Get your body in check, man. And when she comes back, she's gonna notice that stuff. Like, wow, you know, she can be like, what you been up to? Like, I'm just working on myself, you know, self-improvement, you know, learning new things, picking up a language, you know, just learning about myself, you know, whatever, the world, the metaphysical, whatever you want to talk about. They're gonna notice that stuff. She's gonna notice that. She'll be impressed because she's gonna be instantly that you weren't just sitting at home thinking about her the whole time. You know what I'm saying? You're like, yeah, you had that take it or leave it attitude. When she comes back, you're like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you want to kick it, we'll kick it. Like I said, again, if that's what you want to do. But you just have that attitude. It's like, nah, it wasn't no big deal if you came or went. You know, who cares, right? All right, man, so that's about it. Let her go. Don't chase. Don't over pursue, right? All right, man, so that's about it. This is Kayne Frost, and if you like this video, please hit the like button, man. Subscribe to my channel. All right, man, until next time, peace and rock on.